Welcome back to our channel. If your birthday on this day, kindly comment your name, year of birth and country of birth. If you like our work, give like and subscribe our channel. Check description to see about our offers and new announcement. Here we see truth about birthday on this day. 2. In the event that you were brought into the world on the second day of the month, you are exceptionally natural and will in general relate genuinely as opposed to mentally. Since you do have a caring side, almost certainly, you will pick a calling caring for other people, like administration, legislative issues or an administration-arranged industry. Since you lean toward individual reach, you will likely choose a field where you can work intimately with others. You are a delicate and imaginative individual essentially. You are inventive and imaginative. You are not extremely intense in completing your thoughts. You ought to try not to be fretful and disrupted throughout everyday life. You are generally disposed to be a delicate individual. In the event that you discover your environmental factors are disturbed or according to your desire, you will in general get discouraged and bleak rapidly. You are typically a serene individual. You will actually want to quit any pretense of everything of yours for fellowship. Despite the fact that you confess your missteps effectively, you will in general recurrent them over and over. As your decision planet is Moon, its consistent waxing will impact you more than others. You ordinarily do numerous things in your day-to-day existence twice, since it is in outstanding cases that you prevail in your first endeavor. Thus, you typically don't get the benefit of your work however much you ought to do and wind up investing more cash and energy. With respect to, you may experience the ill effects of issues identified with stomach and stomach-related organs. You should take care of your well-being and make an effort not to exhaust most during the long periods of January, February and July. You ought to have cabbages, lettuce and watermelon consistently as it will end up being gainful for your well-being. You are exceptionally unassuming and tranquil naturally and have an extremely innovative brain. You generally don't get the chance to uncover your gifts and capacities. Yet, when your characteristics are uncovered, everyone is typically amazed. You like verse and music. You can't endure unfairness against anyone. You should monitor yourself against absence of self-assurance. You are extremely touchy, instinctive, and conciliatory. You know about your environmental factors and handily affected by your current circumstance. You love excellence and consideration. Your affectability makes you exceptionally enthusiastic and helpless against being harmed. You can succumb to wretchedness and absence of certainty. Your abilities lie in close to home relations and discretionary abilities. You are distinctly mindful of what is on the personalities of others, and can for the most part conform to make harmony and concordance with others. Similarly, you have the craft of a negotiator, helping other people track down the center ground and region of understanding. You probably have imaginative and melodic capacity. You are warm and loving and need something similar from your dear companions and friends and family. You need to be embraced and nestled. There is a propensity to fall into youth designs when giving and getting friendship. You like to be caused to have a sense of safety and safe. You are helpful and work best in associations. You appreciate being the underlying influencer, instead of the figure in front of an audience. You are humble and kind. You have extraordinary strategic abilities. Your instinct permits you to see what another needs even before the person says it. You can proceed with an undertaking better compared to begin it. You are mindful to subtleties. You need agreeable and quiet conditions. Without them, you can undoubtedly get pushed and nervous. You are the paste that keeps significant ventures and gatherings together. While you may not get all the credit you merit, you are key in any undertaking. You are amiable, patient and consummately track down a typical language with totally all classifications of individuals. You can see through an individual gratitude to an exceptionally creative instinct. With superb relational abilities, you can without much of a stretch end up in the field of working with individuals. Your undeniable degree of relational abilities can make you an extraordinary negotiator. The symbol of a person calm in behavior and actions, gentle, tactful, with the ability to find compromises, able to control himself. You are a man with the confrontation of two equal beginnings acting in opposite directions from each other. At the expense of these confrontations, balance and tranquility are maintained within you. You are easily subservient, passive and gentle. You are closer to the role of advisor or designer, rather than the artist. Tact and delicacy. The capacity to establish a decent connection with a specific individual, without drawing in the consideration of everybody. Remarkable contact dependent on an itemized investigation of the conversationalist's conduct. Style is a work of art. People who are belittled by this number put family prosperity and estimated home life first. Sexual coexistence is less imperative to them than correspondence, shared regard and love. Committed and mindful, they require a similar consistency from their accomplice. Feeling adoration and consistency, they are quiet and cheerful. Be that as it may, when questions about the unwaveringness of an accomplice creep into their heads, the two change drastically, showing solid desire, which can prompt drastic actions to protect the family. This number of birthday describes you as a controlled, adjusted individual, ally of settling strife circumstances via looking for a trade-off. You frequently negate yourself and regularly endeavor to intercede in the issues of others, which frequently prompts inconvenience. Moon. People of the moon are diverse emotionality, receptiveness. They effectively adjust to their environmental factors and conditions, regularly imaginatively skilled. They accomplish their objectives by evading impediments and instinctively utilizing positive freedoms. They have disposition swings. Unwittingly they are searching for a more grounded individual who might dependably uphold them. They are very housewives, family arranged, faithful, touchy, never face challenges. They can change the musicality of life. They are self-observers. Thusly, despite the fact that they are well-disposed, they are regularly shut in their complex inward world with a rich creative mind. These individuals are described by the accompanying character attributes: an awareness of certain expectations, a longing for freedom. In doing their arrangements they generally act strategically and cautiously, don't permit others to constrain them to do things that they don't care for. They have a decent connection with the mankind. Therefore this number is the opposite of number 1. It could be very gentle and romantic. People born on this day are smart and creative. They have got creative abilities. They're active and ingenious. Their strength is in their mind, and in the whole thing they are searching greater for the non-secular than for bodily pleasure. This people like to dream, to live in their self-made spiritual clouds, every now and then getting too a long way from the fabric worldly life. People of number 2 are gentle and forgiving through nature, and that they do not use any power or aggressiveness to eat triumphant in life. They are also very susceptible and occasionally it is ideal for them to keep away from the heavy hard work. Emotional functions. These people are looking for non-secular relationship with their associate. Their love is first born in their mind, and that they do now not recognize the physical proximity without spiritual connection. Therefore, they've their sexual electricity quite plenty depending on their temper. Physical satisfaction is continually a second element for them, after the non-secular alliance of souls. For such people, sex is the fruits of their emotions, which can be born in their minds. And in maximum instances for those who were born below number 2, this end result is not on every occasion important. They are already satisfied. If there's a religious union with their partner, it does no longer count number an awful lot if this relationship will subsequently have a physical form. For them is not so crucial. Their marriage may be particularly a success if their associate is on the identical religious heights. If they're married to a person who's physically more potent and weaker spiritually, they may become annoyed and depressed. These people are dreamers with a powerful mind, an excessive imagination. They are nonetheless sometimes quite impractical. Their creative and innovative talents are of the best order, but the ones born with number 2 frequently must look at a way to switch their mind and plans into actual moves. Dreams will remain best goals. If they may be no longer introduced to existence, people of number 2 have to look at now not simplest their minds, however their own our bodies, to cause them to more potent. It will assist them to in reality act. In this situation no barriers will disturb them from knowing their beautiful desires. For those with number 2, fulfillment comes through this information of the truth, that physical nature is not any much less important than a religious one. For this people it is very important to be surrounded with the aid of the ones who can percentage and recognize their thoughts. Air power is the power of their thoughts, and therefore, they need companions with whom they could speak on the identical level. This is their essential want. Interests can be different, they will have special perspectives on things, however the mind, it's the main factor that is crucial or the only born with number 2. If this character will not be able to put into effect his thoughts, he may also turn out to be quite dissatisfied. So the primary element that number 2 has to examine is action after everything is already organized in his thoughts. It is ideal if he has a companion who can inspire self-belief, a person cheering him up every now and then. People with a birthday number 2 are very touchy, and people around them need to refrain from unintended accidents in the communique. Number 2 may be without difficulty indignant, and for such sensitive humans it's miles a huge deal. Their companions should continually maintain it in thoughts. Sometimes human beings with number 2 are experiencing the dearth of self-assurance, and it is able to lead them to stressed or even depressed. So it is right for them to apprehend that lifestyles has its USA and downs, and there's no need to overreact on that be counted. Also it'll assist plenty if their partner has enough tact and understanding to calm them down in a horrific days. These humans are very sensitive and mild. Their companions do no longer should be humans with a splendid high sexual demands. Number 2 feels simply incredible with a spiritually oriented man or woman. Those born with number 2 must always be dealt with courtesy and tactfully, because in their sensitivity one may additionally hurt them without difficulty, and it isn't correct for them to suffer. For these humans it is useful to dedicate themselves to any form of artwork, be it tune or literature or anything else. In the arena of art they sense maximum comfy and assured, and within the same time they must attempt to develop an energy of common sense, the usage of their sturdy thoughts, to understand everything and to appear things as they honestly are. If they succeed in this, there will be no limits for them. They will be sincerely capable of do almost something. Number is truly opposite to number 1 in its traits. It is romantic and smooth. People with this birthday wide variety are smart, creative, in that they achieve distinct inventive abilities in addition to evolved imagination. They stay in their own reality, having a colorful inner world. They search for intelligence and expertise in human beings as opposed to for bodily elegance. They are very religious and smooth to inspire. However, occasionally they pass too far in their dreamy world. People with range 2 aren't competitive or bold. They are harmonious, calm and mild. Sometimes they may be too touchy. Hard physical paintings does not suit their nature. They are type-heated, but they in no way allow different human beings use them. Emotional features. People born in this day are searching for a companion that knows and supports them in the whole thing. They cannot imagine love being simplest a bodily aspect, as they appreciate expertise and mutuality the maximum. That is why their sexual desire depends immediately on their disposition. They decide upon soul over frame. Sex is a top of mutual love and expertise for them, no longer a simple intuition, however a true manifestation of love. The authentic happiness for range 2 is non-secular cohesion with associate, something in not unusual. Topics for verbal exchange and mutual expertise are way greater critical for them than intercourse itself. Their alliances are in particular a success and complete of happiness for them if their associate is at the same non-secular degree. If they are married to someone who's bodily robust however spiritually susceptible, such relationships will exhaust both facets, And it may not stop definitely. It is vital for such people to be valued and understood. The thoughts they have should be shared with people who help and inspire them. Their power is an intellect, so they want human beings who have the equal intellectual degree and can help their point of view or provide an explanation for what is wrong with the concept. It is most of all. They may have specific perspectives, but they have to have same intellect kind. If number 2 reports hardships during an implementation of the thoughts, she or he may additionally turn out to be pissed off and burdened. So the principal undertaking for variety 2 is to take a look at the entirety before doing. A person who conjures up confidence and religion is indispensable for achievement of more than a few 2 birthday individual. Self-expression in any shape of artwork is a first-rate manner to expand abilities and to earn money. In the sector of artwork they sense cozy and cozy. However, it would not suggest that they're awful at common sense or math. Such humans are intellectuals. If such character mastered positive skill or technological know-how, he or she may be a real instance of professionalism. Their temper is certainly changeable and a lot of selections rely mostly on it.